Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation G. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Yo, alright, so we are back with another banger team here, and today we finally have our Kyogre team. So there's been a couple different Kyogre teams that I wanted to showcase, but I felt like this one was the most unique, and I do feel like it has a really good place in this metagame. And even after Worlds have just ended, I still think that it's a really good set if you just want to climb the ladder and get some fun games in towards the end of the season. One thing I will note about this team that it does take a very high skill level to pivot. There are a lot of inaccurate moves, so when you're using this team, you really have to position it in a way that's going to give you the best chance to win games, and you have to be okay with missing some of your moves, but as long as you set yourself up in a good position and go for the 100% accurate moves when you can, then you'll be in a really good spot. But we're going to start off with our Kyogre. So our Kyogre is going to be pretty typical with the Grass Tera, but the one difference is that this is going to be a Calm Mind instead of the typical Assault Vest that you see, or Choice Specs and Choice Scarf. And this one's just a setup Kyogre. Now that kind of seems counterintuitive with the type of Tornadus that we're using, but the idea is that Tornadus can be offensive while Kyogre sets up, and then you can come in with like late game Grimmsnarl with the screens, or early game Grimmsnarl with screens, and to set up Kyogre. And this is pretty hard to KO, and it's really good into like the Terrapagos teams, the Calyrex Shadow Rider teams. If you're able to get set up with Calm Minds, then they just can't remove you from the field. We have Ice Beam for just good coverage for hitting those grass types that want to resist the water type attacks, and just generally having a 100% accurate move that also gives you like a freeze chance win con, which is just really good when you're using like bulky mons, right? And then Origin Pulse. We go with Origin Pulse over Water Spout, because even though Origin Pulse is not 100% accurate, the damage is not reduced by Kyogre losing health. And once you get like a Calm Mind or two up, Origin Pulse is hitting just as hard as like a Water Spout would, and it just does like massive damage, and it's very hard for your opponent to switch into it unless they have like a Gastrodon or something like that, right? So the next set we're gonna have is our Tornadus. Now this Tornadus was kind of like this plus the Tsareena, I would say, are the MVPs of this team. But this Tornadus it does so much damage, and your opponents are not really expecting that much damage to come out of your Tornadus. And when you lead like Kyogre Tornadus and your opponent doesn't have like really good speed control, or they let like some mons that they feel like can do well into Kyogre, like Tornadus just kind of wipes them out with Tera, Flying Tera Bleak Winds, and Flying Tera Hurricane. And Hurricane also, while it's in the rain, it's 100% accurate, just like Bleak Wind, and it gives you like a lot of fun win cons where you're able to confuse your opponent and kind of make them waste a turn, right? So it's just really strong. And also being able to just reset the rain up in case like they switch in like a Groudon or Torkolas or a Koraidon to reset your rain is just very valuable. And this Tornadus is max speed, so it's built to do a lot of damage and hit really hard. And when people see like you're that you're a Calm Mind Kyogre and you're setting up, they don't typically expect Tornadus to be that offensive, or just that offensive in general. It just does extremely amount of high damage, right? And some of the issues that Tornadus can run into when it's this offensive is like getting faked out, and also getting like taunted and things like that. That's why you have Tsareena on the team that kind of helps stop all the taunts and helps you deal with that type of stuff. So next we have Incineroar. Incineroar is also really cool, right? So this is gonna be a Ghost Tera, but one of the things that it has is like usually you'll see taunt on these type of Incineroar sets. This has Will-O-Wisps. This goes really hand in hand with like Grimmsnarl screens, where you're able to just burn a physical attacker plus reflect, and now Kyogre can freely set up in front of them and not really have to worry about the physical damage, right? It's really good into things like the Calyrex Ice Rider, which can, if it gets a couple boosts, can still deal meaningful damage. And also if Kyogre's forced to Tera in the grass, then it hits you for super effective, right? So being able to burn that is just really good, and this is just a really good bulky Incineroar set. And you don't really need taunt because we have taunt on Tsareena, and Flare Blitz is not really that good on rain teams, right? So it's like a perfect set for this team, and it functions really well with like leading Incineroar Grimmsnarl, pivoting out into Kyogre after you like burn something and then parting shot it while screens are up, and then Kyogre can kind of just set up in front of anything, right? So it's really good at damage mitigation along with Grimmsnarl. Next we have Tsareena. This Tsareena is really cool. So the Focus Sash allows you to be able to run like max speed Tsareena and be able to survive like any major hit for like a Calyrex Ice Rider. But also the taunt is very valuable. Like a lot of teams like to lead like Calyrex Ice Rider plus Among Us, and you can get around that by simply just going for a taunt and you ignore the Rage Powder, right? Sometimes they might, try to go for just a Glacial Lance, but a lot of people aren't really playing against Tsareena, so they don't really expect the taunt on that slot. And also just having like, the Ice Terror, which you'll see in some of the videos, going for the Ice Terror and just removing like Raging Bolt, just removing a Tornadus because they didn't tell when turn one, or just removing the Among Us is just really strong. Like Tsareena with triple axle, when you get all 3 hits, is just so strong in my opinion, and it's a really good counter into like a lot of the grass types and ground types that come to battles that try to help you deal with Archaludon or Kyogre and things like that. So it's a really cool set. Again, this team, like I said, it has a lot of inaccurate moves. Triple Axle can miss, so be careful of that, as well as Power Whip. While it is a very strong grass type attack, it also can miss too. Next we have Grimmsnarl. This is a pretty standard Grimmsnarl with Ghost Terror and Light Clay. One thing to note is that it's Thunder Wave over something like Parting Shot. Thunder Wave also is really good at just giving you a secondary form of speed control, as well as giving you some win cons when you paralyze your opponent and they're not able to move. And you'll see also in some of the games where Thunder Wave was just absolutely crucial to allowing Kyogre to like just outspeed things and get a couple free turns of Calm Mind while they can't move, right? And I think it was one game that you'll see where I just completely shut down a Calyrex Shadow Rider, where it had like 3 turns where he got fully paralyzed and Kyogre just wiped it out, right? And they just end up forfeiting from that point. But it's just a really cool set. And last but not least, we have Archaludon with Water Terror. This is really good next to Tornadus. It gives you like a secondary mode that's good into a lot of the things that are good into Kyogre, right? The Electro Shot in the rain is really strong, and being able to set up your own rain plus being able to pivot Kyogre in to help Archaludon boost up, it's just a really strong mind. And a lot of teams don't really have a lot of good counterplay into it. There's not a lot of like really good grass types, ground types right now, outside of like Groudon and Landorus. And Landorus really doesn't like to come to the matchup with Kyogre plus Tsareena, because you can just triple axle it or you can just ice beam it, right? So a lot of the times they don't really bring it to this matchup, and Archaludon is kind of free roam unless you run into Urshifu, right? But Urshifu also doesn't like dealing with like Tornadus and Kyogre. So it's a really good bring it to a lot of those teams, and they kind of like Kyogre plus Archaludon kind of cover themselves for the things that Kyogre doesn't like to see. Archaludon doesn't mind dealing with them, like those pesky grass types and stuff like that, or even water types. Archaludon loves going against those, right? And Kyogre necessarily doesn't really like water types, and then Archaludon doesn't really like fighting types and ground types, right? And Tornadus Kyogre kind of deals with that. But that's going to be it for a quick breakdown. I do think this team is really strong, but like I said, it is very skill-based. So, use it to your discretion. But I think that if you do want to try like a unique Kyogre team that has like some tricks up its sleeve, then this is going to be the team for you. There's a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. Let's go ahead and get to these battles. Ooh, so for our first match, we have Groudon. So we get to see a battle of the weathers here. He does have Chien-Pao, which makes things a little bit tricky with the ice type coverage. Incineroar looks really good here, but of course he has Walking Wake to remove it. I know Armarouge gets Wide Guard. I kind of want to just lead Tornadus Instant in the back. I think Archaludon's good here. How good is the ice coverage? Ice coverage, Tsareena is good into Groudon, but I think we have plenty of tools to beat Groudon. Actually, I don't even think I need to Tera to Kyogre here. There's no need to Tera into the grass. And I can set up the rain manually. He doesn't have a setup for that. So he has to bring Groudon in the back, right? We brought it on lead. I think Groudon switches here. I really just want to go for the attack. Because something's taking a lot of damage here. Oh yeah, that's getting one hit KO. We just need to get an attack off here. Alright, he's not tearing walking weight. Did we survive a Hydro Steam and Rain? We do. Okay, nice. Walking weight survives. That survival was huge on Tornadus. Alright, let's Flutter. They didn't bring Chimpa. I can go for another Calm Mind here, but I mean, what's Flutter doing? He double targeted us. This game would have been over if I just clicked Tailwind Hydro Pump. I mean, so I'm gonna heavy slam Flutter and protect. Alright, good targeting by my opponent. He's making the reads because he's behind, but we can make these plays safely. Pretty honestly. Because of the lead we have. Alright, so we just need to take our walking weight this turn. And Ice Beam Flutter. So Archaludon did his job. Opponent can still win this if he protects Walking Wake right here. I'm gonna protect that. Very. This game is getting a little bit scary, man. I don't think I played it properly with the turn I protected Kyogre. Should have just got rid of both of these two. Oh, he's not even clear amulet. So the play here is the Will-O-Wisp, Grotto, and Ice Beam. Walking Wake. Him not being clear amulet is huge. He's not protecting. Alright. When we hit our Will-O-Wisp here. Nice. Alright, -1 plus Blaze can miss and being burnt. We should be in a good spot. He double connects. Alright, not too much damage. So we're gonna knock off, see if he has like a Sitrus berry or something. And I'm gonna protect here. The recovery is good for us at this point, since his damage is so limited. Now we just keep parting shotting. Also, Salt Vest, even better. He does miss Blades. No, he doesn't. Does he miss on Incineroar? Nice. It'd be really nice if he missed Blades. You know, it's only 85% accurate. This is fun for our first game, Kyogre Grotto, Battle of the Weathers. Oh, they just crit. Okay. That's a little anticlimactic, but I think we had that game wrapped up. The turn I misplayed was protecting Kyogre. We were never gonna die to a Moonblast Dragon Pulse double up regardless. As long as he didn't crit, right? But had we just knocked out Walking Wake and Flutter that turn, then Grotto wouldn't have had his weather up. Alright, so we have another Grotto and Sun team. Volcarona, Venusaur. Interesting. Tera looks amazing here with the rain up. Is that Belly Drum Snorlax? With Indeedee? I think I'm gonna bring Archaludon. Yeah, we're gonna leave Grimmsnarl and Incineroar. Incineroar might have been good here, but I don't like it with Indeedee. Well, actually, I could have beat. Groudon should be clear amulet. if it's optimal. So I'm gonna Bleako in here, Tera, Fortune Plus. The switching Groudon, he's still taking a lot of damage. Well, I really don't want Trick Room to go up here. This looks like a Sleep Powder plus Trick Room or something. Yeah, he's not switching. But this should just double KO. Oh, okay. That's a good Tera to have. Oh, indeed, he's gonna survive that. Good play. I think he wants to free switch in. You don't switch in, you never switch in Snorlax here. I think you should want to get rid of Tsareena here. Yeah, it should be a... Is that a Sludge Bomb into Kyogre? The play there would have been to switch in the Archaludon. Now Kyogre is severely wounded. Just not used to playing against Venusaur. That was a misplay by me. Because I was switching out Archaludon and just KO Venusaur would have been a good spot. Raging Bolt. If Tsareena one-hit KOs Groudon, we've been this. Well, he's super bulky, so that's gonna be tough to do. We survived that. Sash. At least we know he's faster than. Nice, we connect. I think we should be in a good spot. Last turn of Trick Room. We're really low, but we have the speed advantage once tripling is over. Alright, Tsareena Sash coming up clutch here. I look for Draco. Whoo! Or Groudon outspeeds Archaludon though, so we keep that in mind. Alright. So he can protect here. So I wanna triple axle this slot and Dragon Pulse. Could you really not protect Groudon here when you know Tsareena outspeeds it? Nice. And we know that Raging Bolt slower than both of ours. Yeah, and Dragon Pulse always KOs there. Beautiful. Tsareena with the clutch. Let's go. Alright. This body press here. Beautiful. When we beat both Groudon teams. Whew. That was a close one. Yeah, Venusaur was actually pretty good there. My inexperience in playing against it, because I couldn't even consider what Tera it would be. Like I would think most likely like Ghost to get around like Fake Out, but he has Indeedee, so he doesn't really need the Ghost Tera. Yeah, if I would have just switched out into Archaludon and then KO Venusaur, it would have been an even better spot. But we were still able to win. Let's get into the next one. Food, Incineroar, and Iron Hand. So this is definitely triple Fake Out. So Tsareena looks amazing here. Triple Fake Out. I think forcing a Tera early is good. So I'm gonna go with these four. If he leaves Incineroar though, Urshifu though, that'll be pretty scary, like Urshifu Rillaboom. I should have thought about that a little bit more before just leaving Incineroar like that. I think I leaned too hard into him leading Calyrex when I could have led Kyogre here. Urshifu really threatens what I brought. Okay. We get double Intimidate off. This is actually one of the best lead we could have asked for. So we know he has Calyrex, so this means he may not have brought Urshifu. Because I know you brought Among Us to redirect. So you may have left Incin plus Urshifu. I could Tera Incin here. Or switch out on Tsareena. Yeah. I don't want to give Calyrex just more food. Probably a close comeback. It's a Tsareena. Heavy Slam. I'm gonna Spirit Break and triple axle. I see why he wants to take out Grim. The Thunder Wave pressure strong here. See if he decides to switch Rillaboom. Alright, so that's a lot of switching. Yep, he didn't bring Urshifu. Perfect. Yeah, I would have got rid of it had I just woo. Great, of course. Let's see if he brings in Calyrex in this slot. I would have got rid of Rillaboom if I just Tera. Why didn't I Tera? Yeah, Tsareena's threatening so much damage. I should have Tera'd it. But we do drop Calyrex special attack by hitting it here. Oh, it's clear enemy. Or covert cloak. Crap. Yeah, that was a misplay by me. Tsareena should have Tera'd Ice there. If I get this paralysis off, we'll be in a good spot. What's he sporing into? It's gotta be Grim. Yeah, he's got position. Dang. Tsareena would have knocked out the Rillaboom. And we would have still had our Sash intact. He's making us all the right place. It's probably a Tera here. Tera normal. He's not running Draenicus. I gotta. When you're using this team, if you see the opportunity to take out Rillaboom with a Tera Ice Tsareena, always take it. Right, we do connect Thunder Wave. He didn't go for Fake Out either. We did get the paralysis off. Should be protect switching an Among Us. I gotta make a hard read here or so I just lose the game.
he stays in and it just attacks with Iron Hands, we're in trouble. But I believe it should be Protect switching to Amogus. Oh, wow. Can we get a full para here? Nice. That was a good play by my opponent. Could have probably took out Amogus here, but I think he's gonna try to spore into Kyogre. Oh, perfect! We made the perfect play. Come on, I just need to disconnect. Nice. Ooh, he's almost killed. He does get Astral Barrage off. A lot of damage. Alright, Calyrex is down. Alright, there's Rillaboom. He hasn't faked out with Iron Hands yet. I should have saved my Tera there. Because he would have spored into Kyogre. That's a good switch. So we're still in this game. Kyogre's threatening a lot of damage. Reflect Warf at the worst time. Try to burn this slot. He's stalling out the rain, so that's smart by my opponent. I could have been protecting though.
Okay. We're getting closer and closer to the end of this game. Perfect. We get another turn of healing. Incineroar's almost like full health. Imagine if I had Flare Blitz. I'm gonna protect here. Knock off. They didn't protect the Mungus. I wonder what his item is on the Iron Hands. Nice. Mogus is down, and I was knock off. That one paralysis on Calyrex was huge. Saw this, yeah. Probably gonna drain punch Incineroar next turn. He gotta get some health back. This grassy terrain by his Rillaboom is so good for us. Grass is gone. We just click Ice Beam here. We don't need to miss. Parting shot. Oh, he's canceled. Let's go. We toughed that out. Normal Tera is interesting. I think Fairy Tera is always better to Drain and Kiss. But with normal Tera, you become immune to other Calyrex Astral Barrage, right? Which is really good too. Let's get to the next one. Scovillain Groudon. So, the Groudon teams, I've never seen Groudon so much, but now that we're using Rain, we see Groudon. Walking Wake, it's a good fit there. Flutter, Raging Bolt, so it's a completely Sun-enabled team. I know I want Insane. Archaludon's offensive output is actually really strong here. Tsareena looks good too with the ice coverage. All of my mons look good here. I really have a good matchup to this team. And he really only has one Sunsetter. I'm gonna go with this though. Last time we played it, I think it was a little bit too close of a call to take that that rain boosted Hydro Steam. So Groudon can come in here and give me one of these slots, right? think he comes in on the Raging Bow slot if he does. So I'm gonna Tera and Calm Mind. Yep. If you don't Tera Walking Weight, then you're gonna do a lot of damage here. So it looks like there's no Tera here. So we didn't have to Tera here, but this was... if he has Flamethrower, that's going to be strong. He does have Flamethrower, but he went into that slide, okay. That's really scary. But we want hit KO that. Nice. That's a good trade. We take him on, but we reveal our Tera. But I mean, the only downside is that with Grotto can go for like, yeah, this thing has fire type attacks. I really want him to KO Archaludon this turn to get a free switch in into 2 Tornadus. It's gonna be really bad if he doesn't KO Archaludon. I mean, that's good for us, because if Tornadus gets in here, like, he's in a really bad spot. Oh. That was a free switch into Tornadus. Yeah, I can't sack Kyogre here. Even though he crashes his weight base, with this attack being double like that, that's a lot of damage. He could just read this too, but even if he does, just getting Tornadus in is going to be good for us. You got to switch Grotto out. Alright, so we win the weather control. What? What? He just one hit KO Incineroar with a resisted attack. What? That's crazy. His attack is still sky high. It's +4. Groudon is his one card here. I'm gonna body press it and protect. I really need him to KO Archaludon, man. Finally. This is what we was waiting for, the free switching. It's a good protect. He's probably trying to get Kyogre by itself. Calm Mind might have won me the game. Oh, but he targeted that slot. What? Alright, we survive. We get a bleak one off here. We just need to connect Origin Pulse. That should be game. Kyogre, you got this, right? You got me, right? Okay, we missed something. That's tough. Kyogre don't got me. Well, we lose to the third one. And I just thunderclaps me, right? I guess I can hope that I outspeed Groudon outside of Tailwind. It's gonna protect Groudon this turn, right? I'm gonna calm my own. Oh, he didn't protect. Wow. That's a good play. And he went for Draco. I can't believe I missed that Origin Pulse, man. Literally had the game right there. Well played, Crystal. Yeah, that's some of the downsides to only having Origin Pulse, but we definitely played to our outs. Wow, 3 Groudon teams. Let's get into one final game. Alright, final match of the day, we have Terapagos here. Kyogre loves this Among Us Rage and Bolt matchup. The Grass Tera. So I want to go Grim, Kyogre, Tornadus. And Tsareena.
I like Tsareena here to stop Fake Out from Incineroar.
Be immune to Among Us Spore and resist Food Surgeon Strikes and threaten it with a one-hit KO. What I want to do is Thunder Wave, Terapagos, because I might just lose Grim. So I'm a light screen here. Kyogre loves to sit in front of special attackers that are not hitting it for super effective damage. Tera immediately. I wonder if this is fake too. Because this was something that I was looking at. Yeah, nice taunt. Alright, just Tera Storm. Not too much damage. Light screen was good for us there. Spirit Lake Flutter and Origin Post. Oh, he's Calm Mind too. Right. We need to remove Flutter here. Flutter's definitely about to go for a Moonblast. Taunt and Thunder Wave. Full Paradise, huge. Just not going for any offensive attacks. I'm getting incredibly unlucky right now.
Terabagos can just freely Calm Mind on my face. It's kind of unfortunate. or all these paralysis. Wow. So I'm gonna paralyze it back. See how far we get with that. It's a good switch. Let's see what he's switching into. That's free water. Let's see, can we get some paralysis back? Oh my. Get the paralysis on this. Let's see. I only get one on that end. Now we double connect. So the play here is to get a knockout Among Us with Ice Beam and get a full pair on Terrapagos while we set up rain. And then I'll be in a winning spot with Tornadus. Will do a lot of damage here with Bleak when the rain is up. We really need a full pair on Terrapagos here. Oh, we went for Calm Mind though. So can we knock out Among Us here? Nice. Alright, Among Us is down. So we can still win this game. Alright, my light screen wears off. I don't know if Tornadus will survive that attack from Terrapagos. So I think it's best to just use my Tera here. Deal as much damage as possible. Tornadus is gonna move first because of the Grimmsnarl's paralysis, so we don't need to tell him. A crit on Terrapagos would be very lucky. That'll make up for all the RNG. Urshifu should be scarred, so it should go down. Full
double para here would be good. We hope for it though. It's gonna come down to paralysis. Unless we get a crit here. But another hurricane and chance of confusion would have been really good. We connect. Oh, we get a crit. Let's go. That makes up for it. A lot of RNG this match, man. A lot of RNG. But I'll take it for all those paralysis. Getting into a mid-rare review. So this team is pretty cool. This team has a lot of RNG from the Thunder Wave, not being able to miss, the Will-O-Wisp, the Origin Pulse, the Bleak Wind, Power Whip. Everything except Archaludon has some inconsistent moves. But when this team is hitting and clicking on all cylinders, it's really fun to play with. And I do like, the Fire Water Grass Core, Kyogre, Incineroar, Tsareena. So I'm going to give this team an 8 out of 10. It does have some touch-ups that it can do with some of the EVs. But overall, it's a pretty fun team, and I really enjoy playing with it. And I think it's a good Kyogre team if you want to learn how to use like setup and hyper offense with using a setup Kyogre and a hyper offense Tornadus. It's really fun to try, and I think that has a lot of good matchups to a lot of things in the format. And you have answers into everything as long as you play well enough. You have answers in the Trick Room, you have answers into Tailwind, you have answers into Miraidon, you have answers into Sun. As well as opposing Kyogre teams. So just whatever you have matchups for all of it. Fake out spam, you have answers for all that stuff. You just got to make sure that you're bringing the right mons. But it's a fun team. It is a skill-based team, I would say, so it does take a lot of skill and good positioning to make this team work. But overall, I had a lot of fun with it. And as you see in the episode, we ran into 3 Groudon teams, which is crazy. I guess Groudon might be ticking up a little bit. But other than that, if you like this type of content, subscribe for me, turn on those post notifications. There's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poké Paste down in the description below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.